Hello guys, you're welcome to class today, and today we are going to learn how to cut flare. So whether it's a skirt, whether it's a sleeve or a peplum, just stay and let's learn together. So these are the things you are going to use for the pattern making. So these are the formulas for cutting 90, 180 and 360 degrees flare. Okay, so these are, we have to do some calculation. You have to first know your circumference to calculate for your radius, then you have to know the length of whatever you want to cut. Okay, so let's get started with 90 degrees flare. It's a flare skirt, so my waist circumference is 15 and the length of the skirt is 20. So 15 divided by 1.57. Okay, then whatever I will get, I will add 20 inches to it, just like what you saw on the screen, and that is what I will use to draft the flare. Okay, for 90 degrees skirt, this is how you lay your fabric. Okay, so you don't fold it, it is just one sheet that you can see on the table. Okay, so you lay it flat so that it forms the 90 angle 90, sorry. Okay, then this will be your starting point. The tip there will be your starting point where you will start taking all the measurements. So when you divided your radius, when you divided your circumference, sorry, to get your radius, and you added your length, whatever you had, you input. So mine was 29.55. Okay, so that is what you can see me marking. All right, so it is not difficult. Okay, yes, the formula you see big, no, it is not difficult at all. You just have to, you don't have to chew it. Okay, you can write it somewhere so that whenever you want to cut flare, you can just look on it and cut. Okay, you use it to do your divisions and you cut. It is not difficult at all. And remember, this is part of our beginners free course. Okay, so if you want to join the train, just comment it and I will add you to our group. Okay, so after you connect your points and you cut, right? It is not difficult at all. Now let's cut our radius. So you take it to the up there, the point, the dots you see over there where you started taking your measurements. Okay, and whatever radius you had, you input it there. So mine was 9.55, so I'll mark 9.55 and mark. Okay, I'll mark 9.55 and mark like you see me doing. Okay, then after you cut it and hola, you have your radius, so you can join it to your sleeve, your armhole to form as a sleeve. You can add it to a top, or you can add band to it to form a skirt. Okay, so yeah, that is it. And after, you can measure. Okay, you can measure to confirm whether it is the exact measurement you want. Okay, so it is not difficult. Okay, just take your time, relax, learn, practice, and you are going to get it. As for online tutorials, if you don't practice, you are not going to get it. So once you watch it, you practice. You watch, you practice, and in no time you realize you'll be able to cut a lot of things on your own. Okay, all right, so I was taking the measurements to confirm whether that was exactly what I wanted, and yeah, I had it. So this is 90 degrees flare, and normally people use this flare in place of A shape. You see, it looks like A shape but a bit fuller. okay. So you can use it for your A-shape designs if you want it to be a bit fuller. So yeah, this brings us to the end of 90 degrees flare. Now let's go to 180. So just like we did for angle 90, we are doing same for 180. So you divide your circumference by 3.14, and whatever you get, you add your length to it, then you start folding. So this is how we fold the fabric for 180 degrees. Okay, so in 180 degrees you fold the fabric into two. So whatever measurement you had, you take it. So mine was 24.77, so you measure 24.77, so I round it up to 25. Then you fold the fabric into two. So when you open it, it will be around 50. Okay, so it is like 50, 24.77. Then you fold it into two, and when you open it, you get 50. Do you get it? Yeah. So you fold it into two, then you fold it over again, and it will look like a triangle. So just observe what I'm doing. So from this corner there where the open is, you fold it on it like so, okay, to form like a triangle kind of. Okay, the reason why you are supposed to start from fold it on from the open end is that so that by the time you finish cutting, you wouldn't have two separate flare. Okay, if you fold it the other way around, you have two separate flares, and you would have to join it before you can use it, and it's a bit stressful. So just follow what I'm doing. So look at how it is and do it. All right, okay, now it is time to input our measurement. And it was this time that I realized that my paper was smaller than the measurement I had. Okay, so I had to improvise, so something like this. So I was able to cut only 19 inches. So put it at the tip there as I showed, then you take it round your fabric to create your flare. Okay, yeah, flare is from the circle family, Pythagoras theorem. Whether I don't know whether it is geometry or Pythagoras theorem. No, it's not Pythagoras theory, it is geometry rather. Yes, so geometry, that is what we are using here. Okay, so after you input your radius, whatever you had, you input your radius, then you connect. After you cut, then voila, you have your semicircle. Okay, the 80 degrees flare is also known as the either half circle or semicircle flare. So yeah, 180 degrees flare done and dusted. So there you have it. Now let's go to 360 flare. So these are the formula, just like we have been doing already. So you follow, you get exactly what you were looking for. Okay, and this is how we fold the fabric. So you first measure whatever you had. Okay, so mine was 22.45. Okay, so I will mark mine 22.45, like you see me doing. So 22.45. okay, then I'll fold it on it. Yes, so fold it like so. Okay, just fold it. Okay, I want to show you every detail so that it will be very easy for you when you are also drafting yours. So after folding it on it like this, then you measure 22.44 again. Okay, your measurement, you measure it on any of the sides, like like so. Okay, like that, but mine wasn't up to, so just imagine it was up to. Then you fold it on it like this again, so it's like a four fold. You fold it one to get two, then you fold it on again to get this, making four. Okay, so now it is time to input your measurement. Great. So from the starting point, the tip over there, from the tip you start taking your measurements. Okay, so you input all your measurements. So 22, but my paper wasn't up to 22.44, it was around 15, so I used 15 in this case, so I marked round. Yes, so as I've been saying, this is part of our online course. Okay, it is free, so if you want to join, you can join us and we'll all learn together. And remember, for online tutorials, if you watch without practicing, you will not get it. And if you don't take your time to watch and you keep skipping, you may miss some important points. So just relax, okay, and focus. Learn it step by step and you are going to get it. And if you have any challenge, you can chat me and I'm going to respond. So after you connect your points, then you cut. Then hola, you have your 360 degrees flare done. Okay, and it is also known as the double flare or the full circle flare skirt, dress or sleeve. Okay, so after you input your radius, so whatever you had after dividing your circumference by 2.45, you input there. Okay, so thank you all for supporting me. Those who are already in the train, thank you, and please keep watching the videos. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Like, comment and share it to people who may need this. And I don't take all these for granted. Okay, I really appreciate everything you are doing for me. So you realize that full circle, the 360 degree circle, after cutting the radius, the paper that you get in there will be circular, like full circle. Okay, and for 180 degrees flare, you realize that the paper you will get after cutting the radius is half circle. So 180 degrees is also known as half circle flare. Okay, so like you see on the screen, it is a half circle like this. Okay, and the same applies to the 90 degrees flare. So after cutting the 90 degrees flare, you realize that the radius, after taking out the radius, it looks like quarter. Okay, it looks like quarter, so that one too is the quarter flare. Please, do you get it? So we have come to the end of today's tutorial. Thank you for staying up to this end. I love you all. Keep staying glued to my channel because I have a lot of goodies for you. See you in my next video. Recommend my video to someone to also benefit. Don't be selfish. Share the link. Bye.